Hi everyone, good evening. First, we are fine, and our week has
Ma.
started. Good evening, Jane.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, welcome. So before we continue, I just love us to say a short prayer. Father, we thank you for being our God. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for strength. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for the gift of good health. Thank you for your intentionality with our lives. Thank you for showing us the right. Thank you for giving us the strength to continue every day of our lives. Lord, we are grateful. Father, please help us to apply our hearts to wisdom all the days of our lives in Jesus' name. Amen. So
Mm.
today, like I earlier mentioned, we will do social media management, social media optimization, because that's like the fastest, one of the fastest routes to actually earn. And it can be a one-time project for a client to just help them optimize their page and put things in order. Some people can pay to just optimize
Mm.
their page and content stack it. What is content stack is that you are not scheduling the posts. You just maybe do 15, 20 posts and post on their page. You can post it in a space of 2 or 3 days so that they can start running ads and then continue posting consistently over time by themselves. So, but the key part is optimization. So, I would use Instagram because if you are able to optimize your Instagram, you'll be able to optimize it. And Instagram Outlook greatly influences your Facebook outlook because Facebook doesn't necessarily have so much work compared to Instagram. So let's quickly go there. I'll be sharing the screen. Okay.
Okay.
So most times when we want to optimize pages, we try to do it with a lot of brainstorming, searching, and stress. Please hope you can see my page. Hope you can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see it. Yes.
So in that bid, we spend over 15, more than 1 hour trying to do something that would have taken us less than 20 minutes. And one of the most powerful tools to use is not necessarily competitive analysis. It is
Ma, you're
your
breaking. Oh.
can you hear me? Hello?
This is my
Can you hear me?
network. And I can hear you now.
Okay. So it's not necessarily about competitive analysis. It's about checking out what people have done that are successful and then upgrading it. That's how we're able to get technology. The first computers were massive. If you read the history of computer, then the second set became less. That's where the desktops came in that we use then in computer schools. Then we have PCs now. Then we are moving into virtual realities. Tiniest object. Formerly, the memory card that was plugged into the first were large compared to the size, but now you can take 1 terabyte and it will be in a very tiny compartment. So most times it is not about developing from scratch, it is about developing from what already exists, upgrading it, crafting it in a unique way, checking out a gap and filling it. And so most times when you want to optimize a page, one of the fastest way to get inspiration as to what to do for the client is to research. So one of the things I keep emphasizing with social media managers that 80% of your work is research. If you can get all the facts right, the 20% of posting scheduling will get you results more than anything else because you are doing things based on data, not based on assumption. Based on data, not based on assumption. So when it comes to managing, optimizing a page, first thing you want to do is come to Instagram and then check out other brands that are doing exactly what that client wants to do or is doing. So if the client is into perfumery, go to Instagram, type perfume vendors, perfume business owners. Watch out, go through 10 to 20 pages. Check their bios, cover titles. There's no way you would finish with those 20 that you will not have something unique and special to craft for your new clients based on the conversation you have had with them. Some of them already have their about, vision, and mission, so it makes your work faster. For those that do not, excuse me, you would, based on what you have seen in the 15 or 20 pages, you should be able to come up with something. So for today's class, we want to use an agro business for our example. So let's say a poultry business owner, that is someone that sells birds, that is chicken, both live and frozen one, reaches out to you to manage their page. Or which other brand should we use? You can use real estate. You can use on other examples for yourself to do a tax. I will share tax. I will give case studies for this week. That will be our tax to come up with bios and cover titles for brands. That is Instagram page optimization. It is largely dependent on one, the name. Let me quickly run through. If you are optimizing a page, it is largely dependent on the name tab. The name tab on this page is where my name is, and then you are seeing me placing my major, what will I call it, my major skill. For some people, what they put here is digital marketer. For some business owner, they will put weak seller in Lagos. It is strategic because when they search on the search tab, because it is on your name, you will come up first. Are you seeing the trick? Some of them will put
Yes.
caterer in Lagos attached to their business name. Separately, you see the line that I placed to demarcate that
Yes.
this one is, the other one is more like my portfolio. That is none. The next is your username. The username is what is on the top side where you are seeing official Benis Oji. Are you seeing? The
Yes.
username wants to be sure that it is available across platforms so that you can know if you add a prefix or a suffix. So a prefix is a short word before the brand name, the business name, or the personal brand name. Then suffix is a word after it. So it's depending on you and the client. Most times it's depending on the social media manager. You want to try as much as possible that name is consistent across all platforms when it comes to social media optimization. So the same official Benis Oji that is my Instagram handle. If I come to my Facebook now, you will see that it's the same official Benis Oji. Are you seeing? Although it's the name that
Yes.
will show, but the username is official Benis Oji as well. I don't know if Facebook shows username. Network. So while we are still waiting for network to come up, so you would see, you would have to decide whether you want to make it a prefix or a suffix. And the only way to know if name is available, you come to Instagram and search for that business name. So maybe the business name is, especially when the business name is the person's name, you know that you will need to add a prefix or a suffix. You cannot escape it. Even if it is a brand name, sometimes someone else has used it. So for example, if you type Dami, let me say Dami has a business and he named his business Dami Interior. Are you seeing? So you are saying
Yes.
the
Yes.
number of people are already using it. that will now ask them himself as a good social media consultant, have you registered this business? If he says no, you will advise him to change the business name on time so that he will brand the name with what is available. You can even advise him to go and register the business on time, else that name will not be available. So social media management is beyond just posting. You must understand the intricacies of these things because you are trying to help somebody build their so back to the username. So you
What,
check
ma?
for username. You check for if that
Mm.
name is available. If it is not, you now add prefix or suffix. Now the prefix or suffix is depending on the industry. Are you not seeing the wisdom that comes with it? So for example, if the
Yes.
person is into shoes, you can put the brand name and attach prefix or suffix shoes. If the person is into marketing or media, you can put the brand name and then attach media across all platforms. And you must also know that there is a limit to username across platforms, the character. So which anyone you choose, you should also be considering, can it work for all platforms? How do I shorten it to make sure it fits in for all platforms? That is it for username. So we have discussed name and what? Username in optimization. The next is the bio. Now, I said if you want to come to the bio, you don't need to stress yourself as to, oh, let me go and sit down, think and think. No, you're not going to get any inspiration. The fastest way to get inspiration, both for contents and captions, is to go and read. To go and read what other people have written. Then you'll be inspired to know what to write. So, like I said, the business we want to do today is an agro business. Let's say the person is into poultry farm. Are you saying? So I type poultry. Click on the first search button here, poultry. Then, are you saying for you, accounts, audio? Go to accounts. Are you seeing the number of poultry farms that popped up?
Yes.
Click one of them. Check their bio. This one, the number of followers, obviously. The bio is, you can read the bio, farm fresh. You just read it. Go to another one. Check their bio. Are you saying? Trusted
Yes.
poultry farm. As you are reading, unconsciously, your mind and your memory is picking up the most important things. You can even have your notes nearby. Are you getting? When you find a
Yes.
sentence that is interesting, you write it out. Go to another one again and say, this one will be very good for this my clients because of the nature of the business he's doing. Oh, suppliers of farm. You must have discussed with your client to know what they are into. Are you seeing this one is saying supplier of farm fresh eggs? So they are focused on eggs, this particular business. Chicken, rabbit, wholesale, retail. Are you saying? You would have
Yes.
discussed with clients to now know which of these bio is best fitting for that client. So because you have discussed with your client, when you are reading, you already know the ones that you pick and the ones that doesn't concern your client. Are you seeing? So you don't need to
Yes.
go back cracking brain. Check out what people are already doing that have huge following. See this person. I help chicken farmers with healthy chickens. She's more like a consultant. Certified chicken welfare professional with over 5 years experience. Grow your chicken and farm income. So it's obvious that she's a professional, not necessarily, she might have a business, but her main source of income is consulting for other poultry farmers. So you must discuss to know your clients, services, products, about all those things I mentioned when I taught the social media management class. Milestones, certification. What is the business about? then you will now use that as a frontier in your research that okay, she's into this, she's into that, he's into this, into see this person, certified animal scientist, organic poultry expert. I help poultry farmers succeed. Enjoy my 18 plus years experience. Are you seeing him putting his
Yes.
what are they his most important what will make you trust him in his bio? So it's not depending on what you have discussed with the client that will not help you do this. Now we have checked bio. The next thing to check is for highlights. You can do both at once. The reason why I'm taking it bit by bit is so that we are not overwhelmed, can understand clearly. So for the what are they calling
On the
for the
class.
highlight for the highlights, are you
Um,
saying game day,
yes.
review our farm, vans, packaging? Yeah, as your mind is already picking, oh, my client is not into this, my client is into this. Are you saying PRO, history,
Um,
EOM, staff? So you already know which of these, what are they calling it? Highlight title that you might copy or re-upgrade to fit into what your client does. See this person's bio, reviews, farm gallery, frequently asked question, ebook, tips, because she's a consultant. Are you seeing? Her bio is different. Her highlights are different. So you must understand the brand and go ahead to do anything. So this person's highlight, CEO, fence construction. What is he into? Survival poultry farm service. We are the best option. Okay, construction and installation. People that help you install your poultry this thing. That's what it is into. So you must know what your client is offering. Then this will not determine what you will pick, highlight titles, your bio, and then the link or call to action. You must know what is important to the client. For example, the goal of the client will determine the link that will be on the client's page. The client wants DMs. The client wants people to buy his ebook. Today, does he want people to call him? Does he want people to chat him up? All those will not determine what you put on the link. Does he have a website? If he has a website, is there a page on the website specifically that he wants people to go to that is priority to him? Because what a social media might consider success is not what the client might consider success. So you must listen to your client enough to know what success means to the client and then focus on delivering it, because that's only when most times you'll be able to. Okay, so let's move to highlights. So I said the highlight cover title is actually determined by what? Research, which we are hardly done. So when you have researched the highlight cover, you will now list it out in a notebook. That highlight cover title is now what will determine your highlight cover design. So you don't just assume your highlight cover design. The highlight cover title determines the highlight cover design. For example, check out my highlight cover title, consultation. See the design. Are you saying a picture of someone talking to several people? Community, ebooks, meet me, workbook, short courses. So you need to make sure that you have the title first before the covers. So how do you do covers? So when you now have your title, you go to Canva. Canva is very simple to use. You go to Canva app, then you click on the plus sign and put to design cover. The best is square. Okay, so square. The first thing you want to take note of, what is my brand's color? Depending on the brand, you can decide to use a white background. You can decide to use the brand color as the background. So let's say because it has green, but I'm deciding to use the background as white. So the highlight for the poultry business is um, our prices or um, services. So for services, I come to um, elements. When I come to elements, I will search for um, services. You can put farm services as well. You will see different pictures. Are you saying? So the nature of the business will now determine, okay, which kind of service is my client into? Farm services, okay, is it clearing gas? You can even use poultry to search for what you would use as a picture. Poultry, are you saying? Uh, Listen, so there are several pictures you can use. Um, mhm. I can use this one now. Change color, centralize it. This is center. Change the color to the brand color. So you by now you should know the brand's color. So this is what I will now use as my brand cover. When I'm done designing, I will do this for each of the cover titles. But like I said, you can use the client's logo as cover. It's depending on the pay of the client and depending on sometimes some clients will tell you specifically what to do for them. They know these things, they understand it, but they don't have time to do it. But if the client leaves you to do it, it's now you that will not say, okay, I can use logo throughout as the cover for highlights, or I will sit back and design the highlights. Your highlights should be maximally so that you would reduce the options that your customer will need to go through so that they can make decisions faster. So at least too much 7. Let's say the max 10. You must make sure that the highlight no more than 10. For starters, I would suggest you stick to between 5 and 7 highlights so that it will reduce the options that your customer would have no choice but to choose what they see and buy from you, and buy from the customer you're managing their page. So this is what I'm saying. So this can represent service. How do I go about it? Click the top right, download it, download this page. So if you don't know how to design, you can register for this simple Canva design course and just learn it. Canva is very easy to use. So you can download it, then come back to Instagram. When you are designing everything, come back to Instagram and post it as a story. Post that design as a story. Post it as a story. Let's say what I want to use as cover is this. Let me say what I want to use as covers are this. I will post it on my stories first. I use a story will even tell you, do you want to post it merged or separate? I want it separate. So this is it. And you can edit the story, you put link on the story, whatever you decide to do. But for cover, you don't need all those extra things. So this is it. Then you come here, how to create a new highlight. Because you have posted a story, if formally on the person's page show, As soon as you post story, the plus sign will show. Add new. So you come, are you saying the story I just posted are here? So I can
I'm
pick
seeing it.
one as that's my quest. I can change the cover. I can leave this as the cover. You can edit cover. Then that title that I had in mind when I was designing that cover, I will now put it here, which for us was what? Farm services, right? You put it, you type it. That's all. You have done your highlights. Done. Immediately it shows up. Are you seeing? And then I just used it to teach. So let me remove from my page. So you can also remove it. If you want to remove a highlight, click on it. Click on more. Remove from highlights automatically. Once you remove from highlights, everything goes. You can edit the highlights to add more stories to it. You can edit the cover over time. You can change the title of an highlight. It's all depending on you, and you can do it from here. So this is it for optimization. What other thing? That's basically it for optimization, basic optimization. And you can do this and charge for, depending on the client, 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K. It's always depending on. You can do it for free to build your portfolio. Snap before, when the person's page was looking haggard and tattered. Then snap like 2 or 3 of it. One emphasizing the bio, another emphasizing the highlights, another emphasizing the name. Then after you are done optimizing, screenshot these things again. The magic you have done to the page and how different the page is. That is a portfolio already. You can use it, put on a folder. When they say submit portfolio, you can have several brands like that. Put the brand's name on the folder. We'll discuss that on building portfolio. Put the brand name that you have done this for on the folder and put everything inside so that the people will see before and after. That's it for social media optimization. So I'm trying to check what else I have not talked about tonight. Okay, Facebook cover design. The same thing. When it comes to your Facebook, you'll notice that Facebook has cover design, and most people don't use it. For this cover design now, I did not design specially for Facebook. I used my LinkedIn cover design, but I refuse to go back and resize it. If not, it would have been better, finer than this. For example, my picture is now covering it. There is a way for LinkedIn, it is not covering it. If you check my LinkedIn cover, this is my LinkedIn. Are you saying my picture is not covering it? So when you are designing the cover, you should also consider that the profile picture is going to cover a part, and that part is going to cover should not have any important information that you want your audience to see. So the same thing with the Facebook. So the good thing about Canva is that you can resize. It's just laziness that made me not to do it. So you can actually resize a design to fit in another design, but it is for paid Canva. So the same thing, you go to Canva, you click on add. Network is just a magical something. Add. Then you can search for Facebook cover. You will see a lot of design options. All you now need to do is to pick one, edit to suit the brand color. If you need to put the brand logo too, depending on you. So Facebook cover, are you seeing? Click on it. So the same thing, come to elements. Are you saying? So there are so many designs. It's not you that you say, which one should I go for? You can even search for the brand industry and do what you need to do. I prefer the writing to be at the left rather than to be at the right, because picture will cover it at the left. So it's now you that will now be checking to find the one that you think is best befitting for the client. See this one now. If it's someone that has a smartphone store, this is a good cover design. But you might need to move this thing here and move the write-ups to the other side. Like move the picture here and move the write-ups to where people can see it. Then change the brand color based on the client's logo color and everything. So these things are not hard. It's just if you decide to say you want to revamp people's page for the next three weeks and you're posting it every day consistently for free, you'll get at least 5 people. Some of them will chat you up, they will not be serious. Some people will chat you up and be very serious. You'll get at least 5 people. Then you will screenshot before, then screenshot after. You now have a portfolio to now paid clients. So when someone now chats you up and said, okay, I want you to help me to revamp my page, how much do you charge? You tell them the amount. It's too blah blah blah, it's too expensive. You now send them your portfolio showing them that this is how this client's page was before. This is how it now looks. Therefore, helping them to attract the right customers and help their customers or target audience to trust them. Because if your page is looking haggard and tattered, I'll be thinking that you are a fraudster. But if it's looking organized, I'll say, this person is in business. That's why this thing is organized. So that's it for Facebook cover. Facebook cover, when you are done designing, suit the color, you download, then you go back and upload it. So like I said, you can copy the same bio for your Facebook, for your Instagram, and paste here. You can optimize it. It's all depending on you. But they should be consistently such that anybody that sees you on LinkedIn, it's not that you position yourself as, for example, a musician on LinkedIn. Then when we come to Instagram, you are now a social media manager. Don't confuse people, including the business owner that you're working with. You want to be clear with them on that. Be consistent with your branding. If you are positioning yourself as a poultry farmer, you should be a poultry farmer. If you are positioning yourself as a bag seller, please be a bag seller everywhere. If you are positioning yourself as a caterer, please be a caterer everywhere. But you can also as well show other skills. But don't contrast things. You are a musician in LinkedIn, you are a social media manager on Instagram, you sell wigs on Facebook using the same page name or business name. Are you saying that you're confusing people? So if you want to build a personal brand, choose a particular set of correlated things or businesses. If it is a business, choose correlated items to sell as well. If you meet business owners that are selling too many things, advise them so that they will not stress you, because they will not get results. You cannot, only you are selling bag, you are selling shoe, you are selling food, you are selling perfume, you are selling phone, you are selling charger, you are selling book. Which one will we know you for? No. When you are selling, you need to sell things that are correlated. If you are selling books, what should be attached to your business are stationaries, pen, jotter. You get. When you are selling perfume, what should be attached to your business? Maybe if you are selling hair products, we can say you can have different hair products, hair cream, hair moisture, relaxer. So it should be relational. If you are selling skin products, we know you are selling skin products. Don't mix everything up in one page. It makes it difficult to even market the business and even get clients, because clients do not even know what you are offering. So you want to make sure you are consistent with branding. Then I think that should be all for tonight. Any question? So Thursday we'll talk about LinkedIn, and then on Sunday we'll talk about TikTok and Twitter. As you have understood Facebook and Instagram, every other platform becomes easy, although slight differences. But understanding brand name, bio, consistency of branding is the same across platforms. So do you have any questions? Any
Yes, I
question?
have a question.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me, ma?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I understood everything you said here, and I didn't even know that to like at that point, that part you pointed out about creating a portfolio, because you know that after I did that this thing skill to skill, I've been scared to actually apply for social media jobs because I don't know how to present portfolio
Yourself.
someone that knows social media, and I know a lot of things about social media, but my major issue is always how to show people what I can do. Like I write content for you, I already have a content portfolio, but whenever it comes to social media, I'm always worried because I don't know how to prove to them. So that's but it's not a question, Sha, but I understood what you said.
Okay.
But that's the question, yeah. I think I'll just rewatch this video and that last one I also did. Another thing I
So
want to ask is, eh?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. What do I want to ask you, sir? So I posted something on my personal Instagram page. This was on, I think, yesterday or Saturday. I'm not getting much reach, even though I used the keywords, sports updates, all those things, but I didn't get any engagement on it or reach nothing, nothing. It's just dormant. I don't know what I don't think because of the time I posted it or something.
What is it? What kind of page are you posting for?
So it's my own page. I recently just before I used to share marketing tips, but I recently changed it to just be posting like updates about businesses, movie recommendations, all those things. So maybe something like there's a sports happening, maybe a football match happening. I just put it up. So that's
You not position your brand as that. That's what we have been saying about branding. The algorithm, this is how it works. The
mm,
algorithm favors you when you have consistently posted about a particular topic over time.
okay.
Do you understand? So,
Uh,
because every time the algorithm come to your page, the algorithm notice that you talk about marketing. Over time, when somebody types marketing, your page will come up first. So you need to choose to the kind of brand you have this personal page as, and then stick with that kind of content. Let me share my screens. So my page, I've not run any ad on that page since I've started using that
mm,
page. I've never run an ad on it, but yet it's about to reach 1,000. I've not been regularly. I post only when I have chance, but now I'm trying to also post whether I have chance or not. But what I'm trying to say is, over the years, if I start running ads on that page, my reach will be very large. Can you see my page?
no, I'm not seeing it.
Can
No.
you?
I don't know if it's because of high. No, I'm not seeing it. I don't know if it's because of high.
Let me
I'm
share
not seeing
screen.
it.
Okay. Can you see it now?
No, no.
So if you check my page now,
Okay, I can see it now. Mm.
over the years, most of the things is marketing. This is for over how many years? See, marketing, 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 marketing. Sometimes my faith, marketing, 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 marketing. So imagine I start running ads now on marketing. Don't you think that Mark Zuckerberg will favor my page?
Yeah, you favor it.
Are you saying?
Yes.
So
So what do
marketing.
I do? Because
So you need to go back and see that. what do I want to position my personal page for? And then consistently, you must have a brand position. Have you read that book on brand position?
I've not even opened it, but I know you shared it with us. I don't know if I see it have it.
Try and read it. I think I shared the link also on this Telegram group.
Um,
You must decide to stick with a position on the digital space so that people are not confused. They're like, what does she do exactly again?
that's the question. This thing just said what is it? What because even me said that has the page. I don't even know what I want to do on the page. To be honest, I don't even know what I
You
want to
need
do on
to
that.
see. There
Uh,
are so many things to do aside marketing. So many things. But I have decided to stick with marketing because that's the brand I want to build on the online space. And that's what I want to be known for. So you need to
it's
sit
just
back and say,
um,
in the next 10, 15 years, if somebody calls Jane, I don't know your surname, what do you want have about you in mind? If you call Tony Elumelu, the first thing that comes to your mind is the finance sector, right?
yes,
Right? If you call Tara
yes.
Durotoye, what comes to your mind first?
I don't know
Do you
how.
know Tara Durotoye?
Maybe Dorotheo's wife.
Eh,
No, I don't know her. It's only her husband that I know.
the
She's
wife
an
is
entrepreneur
a,
and lawyer.
yes, entrepreneur, and she was one of the people that started the makeup business in Nigeria. So when you hear her name, she has a brand, a makeup brand called Tara. That Tara you're hearing is not an international brand name. It is her name that she used to name her business. So people that know her, the first thing that comes to your mind, although she is doing other things now, is makeup. Who else can I call? If you call Apoko doctor, what comes to your mind?
Medical content.
Exactly. You must. Is it that that's the only? He doesn't have other things he does with his life. Obviously not. But that's how he has decided to position himself. If you think of which other person, there is this lady, the lady that owns Money Africa. I've forgotten her name. The first thing that comes to your mind if you know her is Money Africa, the community that teaches people manage their money, their personal finance, corporate finance, or the likes. So you must sit down and say, in the next 10, 15 years, and most time when you are building a brand, you must think about the future. In the next 10, 15 years, what do I want Jane to be known for? And how does it align to my purpose? What has God told me about my purpose that I can use to position myself online as? Do I want to position myself with my business or with my career or with my profession or with my faith? Because some people, for example, Aboko doctor is a medical doctor, but the kind of content he's making is not for medical doctors. He's making his content for what? For people generally to have an understanding of medicine in the simplest way and most humorous way. So is going to be very slightly dependent on you. So you need to go back and sit down and reflect. Okay? And you mustn't do everything. If you talk about, do you know Emmanuel Ekpe?
Hmm?
Emmanuel
One
Ekpe.
like
Mm.
no, not really. Let me check.
Emmanuel Ekpe. The first
What
thing
does
you
it
will see
do?
is copywriting. Emmanuel Ekpe is the one that started that
Um,
Bachelor of Copywriting, BOC. So you must decide what do you want to be known for. There are so many people. I can keep calling because they have consistently done one thing for years. One thing, one thing for years. That's how to build brand. For example, this marketing now. I've been doing digital marketing now for 5 years consistently. Do I do other things? Yes, I write CV, I write SOPs, I write. I even there. If you bring technical writing now, I will still write it. There was a time I did it consistently, but now I've dropped it because I feel it's very stressful. But I can still do it. So there are a number of things I can do, but I've decided to stick with what? Marketing. I'm a community manager, I can manage community, but I decided to stick with what? Marketing. So you must decide where do you want to stay. Does it mean that you will not have offers or
Yes.
jobs with other
Mm,
skills? Of course, I still write CVs. I still help people to optimize their LinkedIn. I still help people to write business proposals. But what most people know me for online is marketing.
hello?
Any, I said any other
Yeah,
question?
no, no question. But this image is actually a very valid point because it's something I struggled with. Even up to now, I've had that page for years. I think up to 2, 3 years now, even more. So I'm never quite sure where to put my leg. I was doing that marketing because I thought it would be a very good way for me to teach business owners, like make it simplify it, break it down into pieces so they can understand it on the go. But I still have an imposter syndrome, so I stopped it.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like I was not good enough, or
How?
my voice is not strong enough, or I'm not
Oh,
making any impact. Even though I'm actually very good enough, at least content marketing especially, I have
why
proven.
did
And
you
there's a
say
new
you are?
business I'm working with.
What is the meaning
I
of
just,
a no? Do you know
I
when I
just,
started calling myself a digital marketing consultant, I had just learned digital marketing for 1 year or 6 months. I continued calling myself that, enlarging my knowledge, my expertise, taking more courses, taking more jobs, and the likes. So, but now it's not 5 years later, surprisingly. Are you seeing? If I had said that time that it was year one, that hey, I've not done this thing for up to 5 years, how will I call myself a consultant? I was calling myself from when I learned this skill because that is what I wanted to be. I don't just want to be a market, be a consultant. So you must know what you want. Do give see, nobody started creating content and what's the word and had it figured out. You keep posting, you keep posting. As you keep posting, you now even start realizing, oh, people find this content more valuable. So let me stick with this content pillar instead of this content pillar. So there's nobody that has for that. Everybody is a work in progress. Okay.
yes. Oh, you've given me a lot of things to think about because I really, really don't know what I
Nobody
want to
has
do.
everything figured out.
I know how to do a lot of things.
Your own is to go back and see that okay, I know how to do all these things. But which one is my major strength? For example, I know how to do copywriting. I know how to do video editing. I know how to do graphics. All the designs, majority of the designs on my page, I did it myself. All the videos on my page, I edited it myself. But I realized that I don't like doing those things. What do I like doing? I like being on the table of strategy. I like doing the what are they? I don't like posting or scheduling, but I can do it. But I rather stay on the brainstorming side, develop strategy, come up with offers, all those kind of technicalities
Yes,
with the social media management. That's my office. Analytics, reporting, call me. All the other thing also is also
yes.
part of it. Will I do it? Yes. But these other parts are my strengths. So you must know your strengths and then build your brand around your strengths. And then identify other
This
people that have
thing,
other strengths and work with them.
Yes.
Mm.
This thing
Because you
just
can
said now, like consulting.
mm,
Yes. It's what I actually like to consult, and recently I started noticing that thing because I prefer to be on the teaching side. I know how to do many things. That's one thing about me, and I learn fast. But I always enjoy it more. Even now, I want to stop writing. I think maybe by next year, if what I'm planning works, I might stop writing entirely and either teach people or just consult or write for specific, maybe for a specific type of clients, depending on what they're going to pay me. So I want to switch completely to consulting. I know how to do a lot of things, but I always prefer to direct. I like to stay at the back and see ahead of me. I can tell people like this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and it will work for them. But for me to now sit down and do that thing,
yeah.
I'm
That's why
saying that I cannot manage. Yeah,
sometimes you can when you start earning, you can pay people to do the posting
I think that's
while
what I'm
you
going to start doing.
the
That's
strategy.
actually what I will do. Let me just do the strategy part while other people. Because I like this social media management. Now. I'm always me on social media. I'm always at Facebook on social media, and I think it's because when I started writing content, there's a company that wanted me to manage social media for them, and it was a very bad experience. So since that time, once someone starts managing social media, I'll start running. But if I go to a meeting now and there's a new brand that wants to do social media, I can stay in another 10 minutes and tell them everything they need to do. But now, for me to now start doing it, I just say I cannot do it. So maybe that's just maybe that's probably I've always liked working with businesses. So if I can be, I feel like if I can be, although I still need to build that profession.
You can
Eh?
position the content on your page to teach. Use voiceover
Yeah,
or video content, teaching people
yeah.
how to do social
I,
media.
I think that's what I'm going to do. If because the issue for me was always like regurgitating what every other person has taught. I like to teach things very uniquely. Like even if it's a material that, eh?
Continue and listening.
Yeah, I said even if it's a material that has been taught over the years, like for generations, once I come into that space, I see that material, I always like to break it into pieces and like imagine it in simple words that when I tell somebody, I can even do this thing, but I'm teaching the person. So maybe when I read that conversationing book, I'll probably put myself in a space where I teach not just businesses, but platform other businesses, maybe go and talk to them, maybe them and what I'm going to do just because I like to tell stories and also like to teach. So maybe I'm just going to combine those two things because
You
that's
can
always
combine
mm,
and use it to content.
yeah. What did you say?
I say you can combine all these your skills and use it in creating your content.
I think that's what I'm going to because that time I will put something like best social media tools and I'll see like 10 other people are doing it and they have more following than me. I will not say what's even the point? I'll judge myself. Because they have like 200 likes on their post, and me, I don't even have up to one like. I'll not be saying if I don't even have one like, how will somebody listen to me? I
No,
just thought
that's
it's
you don't compare yourself with other people. Some people, let me even bust your bubble. Some people have low following online, but they earn more than people that have large following.
just so I'll
Not
just
about yes,
um,
it's about value. Somebody can just see your content and just like your voice and just like your brand and decide to work with you and not with somebody that has 20,000 followers. In fact, some people tell you that those 20,000 followers people will not have their time. They will not have
yeah,
their time to listen to their problems or attend to their brand as they would want to. So they rather work with people that have lower numbers of clients so that they will know they have their full attention. So you're overthinking.
ah, that's one thing about me. Before I start something, I will just sit down and think for weeks. Maybe like I can use the whole week to just think, just overthink before I start
So
something.
stop
So
overthinking. Some people can reach see the number of clients I've had by referral is higher than the one I've had because of marketing.
yes,
So I can write a CV for somebody today, and in 3 weeks' time or in a month time, another person will enter my DM and say, so and so person said that they wrote
build
CV.
their CV.
So that's how it works.
The part of life. I guess I'll just go back because that's what you
Yeah,
said.
drawing table. And I will drop the task for this week on the group chat, which is to come up with bios for different brands and businesses. Maybe we do that. Then next week we'll now talk about LinkedIn and TikTok.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Good night. Sleep well.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Good night.
You're welcome.